Years ago,
So it's today. Okay.
We gotta do this.
Good morning.
morning.
Hey, enthusiasm. So it's that time to take your seats. So let's come together now in the unity of this sacred space. One God, one creation, one humanity. I invite you to close your eyes and feel that connection. Feel the call of our planet and spirit within to be nourished, not by our desire to protect our comfort levels, but to step into our path with courage and conviction. See with our spiritual eyes the invitation to walk hand in hand with one another, seeking out and finding what unifies us so that what divides us no longer holds us in a grip of fear and anxiety. Allow our sight to rest on our oneness, not of just our kind, but of all life. Care for our inner and outer world by exploring and becoming informed, searching where we find the most challenge. We were made for these times, and we are here. So let us go forward in the days ahead, and let us live in peace, feeling our oneness with one God, one creation, one humanity. And so it is.
Thank you, Lynn. That was always beautiful. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. You ready to stand up and sing in a playful, joyful way?
Yes.
God, you are.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I feel, everything I do, everything I am is you.
was beautiful. Now we'll read our mission statement together like we mean it. We are a spiritual community inspiring transformation through love, joy, and integrity. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to Unity of East Louisville. And wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Thank you for coming out for Martin Luther King weekend. That was a funny mistake, wasn't it? Come on, laugh a little louder. All right, so anyway, thank you for coming here this weekend. If you're watching us online at home, we hope you're feeling better. I know there's a lot of illness going around right now, so we hope you make it back in person sometime soon to see us. Thank you so much to our ushers and greeters who should have greeted you with a smile and a welcome packet if you're new today. If you would like more information on our church and you didn't get a welcome packet, please raise your hand and the ushers and greeters will bring one to you. And if not, if you don't want a welcome packet, just feel free to ask any of us any questions you have, and welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks too to the sound and PowerPoint people today. That's Les and Pat doing the tech, and Les always does such a great job on the sound, and he brings us wonderful musicians like Kathleen Hoy, who is our guest musician today. Thank you for being back. Thank you. And our wonderful Don, who is here every week so faithfully. Thank you so much, Don. And we want to thank Reverend Rick. He is going to be doing, Rick McCullum, who is going to be doing the speaking today on intentional mission, fulfilling our purpose in life, because our theme this year is intentional living. And before we go any further, our treasurer, Bob Wilkin, is going to come up and give us a little community update. Yes, now, Bob.
I'm not ready yet. Good morning, everybody. Morning. I was going to say good afternoon, but it's still morning, so I was expecting to do it later. But anyway, I got to give a little snippet of tidbit of financial information. And I wasn't sure what to do, but I had a congregant or a partner, we're all partners in this, right? Come up to me and say, what's it cost to run to put on the Sunday service? And so I started looking at the different Sunday service costs, and they varied quite a bit. So what I did was I took the total for the year and then averaged it out over each week. So for the year, our direct costs of Sunday services cost about $16,000. So that per month is about $1,330, and per week is about $307. So we spend about, now that's direct costs. I didn't try to figure out what the electric and the water was, so this is all just direct costs, musicians and speakers, and doing the platform schedule.
No, I'm free.
So we spend every week about $307 or $16,000 a year. So, any questions? Anybody have any?
No, thank you.
Huh? Should I talk some more?
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
No, I was wondering, because I think at first you were going to say, just plug everything in. So the total cost averaged out per week to maintain the building, keep those utilities on, maintenance, all those things. I wonder what that comes to. Well, I wouldn't figure that out. Yeah.
Come to the strategic plan
Yeah, I was gonna
in meeting, you'll have it there. All that information will be given out at the strategic plan.
Okay, yeah, I knew you were going to come off, put it off top of your head.
We're going to make you wait until the next time we want you to get together, and then you can come and get those questions answered. Stay tuned till next week, right? Stay tuned, Charlie. All right. Okay, let's see, where are we? Right now, it's time for the joke before you get to greet each other in love and joy. And please do turn off your cell phones if you haven't already done so. Thank you very much for doing that. When you're 20 and you drop something, you pick it up. When you're 80 and you drop something, you decide you don't need it anymore. Greet each other in love and joy this morning. When you make your way back to your seats, we're going to sing again. I Believe in Music.
Well, I could just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making music, I know I can do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop their fussing and fight just long enough to sing along. I believe in music. I believe in love. Music is love, and love is music, if you know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourines. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves you when you sing. I believe in music. Music is a universal language, and love is the key. The brotherhood of peace and understanding, and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. Everybody now. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love.
Good morning. World peace. As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. In 1964, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "It is not enough to say we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace, sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative explosion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace. Of course, I will work toward creating the kind of world I wish to see, investing my effort and energy to ending conflict, discrimination, and other kinds of negativity. But I also put my energy into creating harmony, cooperation, opportunity, and other positive outcomes. Today, I affirm that peace is dawning all over the world, blessing all people with warm feelings of cooperation and togetherness. I affirm peace is here, even as I strive to create it." The scripture is from 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 23. "May the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be kept sound." As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world.
Our Creator, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, Spirit is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, Spirit is in this very room. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, Spirit is in this very room.
Reboot. Thank you, Pat. We move now to our time of meditation. Charles Fillmore taught us that spiritual growth comes from awakening the divine potential within each of us. So as we go into meditation, let us have that intention that we are awakening the divine potential within us. I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever works best for you. Take a few deep breaths. Get comfortable in your chair. Make any movements that you need to, and allow the chair to support you fully. I invite you to become aware of what your predominant thoughts have been over the last several days. Don't judge, just breathe. Become aware of what's been going on in your thinking, and take a few moments to reflect on that. Now let's move into our heart space. If it serves you, you may place your hand on your heart just to help you connect, to direct yourself to that place within where you meet with your divine source. Breathe naturally, relaxed, and as you turn within to your sacred center, you can awaken that divine potential within you. Ask yourself and ask your higher self, spirit within you, what is my purpose in life? What is my mission to live my best life? What wisdom do I need to be able to fulfill my life, my mission here in the world? Take a breath. Know the universe loves a crystal clear focus and is happy to respond. You can affirm, today I get clear on what I have come here to express through my life. Allow your thoughts to consider this idea. What have I come here to express in my life? Keep this in your mind as we move into the silence. And now take a deeper breath to signal to your body that it's time to come back to this space and time. As you do that, you can stretch, move, whatever you need to. And affirm for yourself, as I step into this day, I am grateful for the clarity of divine wisdom. I accept the joy of my spiritual nature. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kathleen. I've been playing at Unity for about 20 years, the one downtown, and I think I've played here once or twice, but thank you so much for having me. I feel like there's no other place I need to be than right here with all of you, and you're very nice people. Just want to let you know that. Nicer than the average bear. Anyway, I wrote this song many years ago when I was part of an intentional community, and that just meant we were a bunch of hippies that couldn't afford. We were all getting together as artists, sharing expenses and trying to figure out a way to support our creative pursuits. And as you can imagine, with groups of people, things got a little messy, and there was conflict. And so I read this Audre Lorde poem called "The Life Between Us," and I wrote a song. So it was for the community. It's sort of a call to try to get along, you know. People lying out of fear. The city lights will save your tears. But all I really wanna know is where the life between us go. Hey, where's the life between us? I said, where's the life between us? Is this the best that we can do? Scared to death of being used. If it's a choice between me and you, you ain't got that much to lose. I feel the life between us. I said I feel the life between us. I feel it coming down. I feel the chill. It's a liar shadow creeping near. He wants to steal the life between us. He wants to steal the life between us. Can you imagine all of us? Tell them the truth and give them real love. We can start right here tonight. Moving together toward tonight. I feel the light between us. Can you feel the light between us? I feel the light between us. Can you feel the light between us? I feel the light between us. Here, sing on. I feel the light between us. Can you feel the light between us? I feel the life between us. I feel the life between us. I feel the life between us. I feel the life between us.
I bet you can feel the life between us. Thank you, Kathleen. I heard her this morning when she was getting ready. And I heard her say, you know, I love playing here because people are actually listening to me. So we hear you, we see you, and we appreciate you. Today, my talk is Intentional Mission, Fulfilling Our Purpose in Life. Now, throughout this entire year of 2026, we're going to be exploring the idea of living intentionally. Living intentionally means making conscious, deliberate choices that align with our core values and our mission in life, rather than letting external pressures, or what some people might call autopilot, direct our path. It's actively directing our resources, which is time, energy, and money, toward things that truly matter to us, so that we live a life of clarity and meaning. Last week, Reverend Valerie talked to us about intentional living by knowing our purpose, being clear on our purpose. So today, I'm addressing intentional mission. Now, just so that we're all on the same page here, because I think it could get confusing, or at least it does for me. And before I forget it, I'll tell you, I created a handout for you. They're in the back on the counter, and they have definitions that I'm going to be talking about today. So, when we talk about our purpose, we're talking about our reason for being here. And Reverend Val shared that with us last week, and she offered to us that maybe, since we're divine creations, our purpose could be to be a divine expression. She wanted us to allow Spirit to use the power we have, the 12 powers we believe in unity, to really create the life we want. The power of faith, of wisdom, of love. The power of imagination to create the world we want to see. Zeal, that's bringing the energy to life, not just being bored through life. Order, I like that one. And all of the 12 powers. You see, we don't want our ego to be guiding our life. We don't want the ego to be the driver of our life. As spiritual beings having a human experience, we want Spirit to be what's driving our life. Our mission now is a concrete plan, the steps we take to achieve our purpose. So the purpose is why we're here. The mission are the steps we're going to take to achieve that purpose. I will tell you for myself, I know my purpose is to express love, joy, peace, and acceptance to people in the world. My mission includes steps like helping people feel seen and heard, active listening, which means not spending my whole time when somebody's talking planning my response, but really listening to them. Encouraging and uplifting others, because as I do that, I uplift myself. Loving myself, caring for myself, and finding my own voice. Growing up in the family I did, this has been a long journey for me to learn to love myself, care for myself, and find the voice that God gave me. Part of my mission is to feel and know my connection with my divine source, my Creator. Another part is to be a safe person for all people. To be at peace. To find joy all around me. Last year, my word for the year was joy. And another part of my mission is to share love and compassion that I have within me for the world that I live in. These are actions that help me to achieve my mission and live my purpose. It's all part of intentional living, which is what we're talking about this year. So today I want to share with you my three A's for intentional living. And that is awake, aware, and alert. So to be awake means not living on autopilot. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had this situation where you get in the car to go somewhere, and there's this great conversation going on in my mind. And so I'm thinking about this, I'm talking to myself, I'm having this big conversation, and when I arrive at wherever it is I'm going, I think, wow, how did I get here? I don't remember the trip. That's being on autopilot. And we don't want to live like that. We want to be conscious and deliberate in our choices and in our actions. It reminds me of a story of a Buddhist teacher. He took his students to this cute little town that had a wonderful Main Street. And so he dropped the students off at one end of Main Street. And he said, now I'm going to meet you at the other end of the street. I want you all to walk mindfully through this town, and I'll meet you at the other end. When the students all found him at the other end of the street, he gathered them and he said, "How many buildings did you pass on the way? What were the people wearing that you passed? Did anybody stop to help that lady that was struggling with all the bags?" The students looked at him dumbfounded. You see, they traveled through the town, but they were on autopilot, trying to reach their goal of meeting their master at the other end. And nobody paid any attention to the building or the people around them. We don't want to live like that. We want to be awake. Can anybody else relate to that? Being awake means making conscious choices for our actions and mindful decisions. So we're not reacting to things that are going on around us, but we're choosing to create the life that we want. So here's a funny story I'll share with you. When I was a little boy, my grandparents lived next door to us. Their days began early. They worked hard, and usually they were up before sunrise. Grandma would fix Grandpa breakfast every morning. And so one particular morning, it turned out to be a little unusual. Grandma fried his bacon, she baked his biscuits, she fried his eggs. And she was on autopilot. She did this every morning, she was doing it. She put the plate in front of him, she was half asleep. Grandpa started making a lot of noise. Autopilot, or making a lot of noise, is my term for he was cussing at her in German. At the time, we had a lot of chickens, about 250 chickens. And so the eggs were fresh, and one of the eggs she had fried him had a partially developed baby chick in it. And I guess Grandpa really wasn't ready. He was awake, but he didn't want chicken and eggs for breakfast. So he was making some noise. It woke Grandma up really fast. See what can happen when we're not awake and conscious of what we're doing? We all do fall asleep at times, so to speak. So staying awake, I say, is a spiritual practice. It means we practice it because we're not perfect at it. We're not always awake. Our minds float off into that autopilot mode. So we need to be awake. The second A of intentional living is to be aware. Now there's a couple parts about being aware here. First is to be aware of your values. What do you value in life? Have you thought about that? Are you aware of that? I found that during my life, my values have changed. Can you think about your life and maybe how your values have changed as you've grown? At one point, one of my values was finding a career and gaining the education to be successful in that career. There was a time when I wanted to find a life mate and get married. At another point, I wanted to save money and buy a house or a new car. When I started on my spiritual journey, one of my values became finding like-minded people that I felt safe with so I could explore my beliefs with them. None of these values were bad, but they did change over the course of my life. Today, I find value in peace, in quiet time, and organization in my home and my daily activities. Safety, security, and peace of mind are very important values to me. So how do I nurture and create that life that I want to live, supporting my values here? Well, as I do that, it will help me to achieve my mission in life. Now, many years ago, Tom and I were involved in a small church community. And we came to realize after a while that the, what's my term here? The culture of the organization was one that when one person was in crisis, everybody in the congregation was in crisis. So if somebody went to the emergency room or they got entered into the hospital, The entire congregation, we were small, would go to the hospital and be there with them. And over time, we realized, we can be compassionate with people. We can pray for people. We don't have to be involved in their stuff every minute of the day. We can have our own life. And so we got to make a conscious decision to separate from that community, to choose a different kind of life. During my career as a nurse, I worked in the ER. I worked in several different ICU settings and on the hospital helicopter. At one point, I became aware of my addiction to that adrenaline rush in these settings. And I was able to make a choice to move to a different job in nursing where I wasn't having that adrenaline rush all the time. That supported me in living a calmer life. Now, the second part of being aware is making purposeful direction. This means not being pulled by distractions that happen, but awake and aware so that I can choose the directions I want to take in my life. One value I hold is meaningful connections with people. I want to be awake to opportunities that help me engage with people who are around me, who are safe, and certainly here at Unity of East Louisville, we have so many activities that allow us to do that give us those opportunities. I enjoy attending Unity's game night and playing various games on a fun and playful level with other people so that I can meet them and understand them in different ways. I think there's one coming up next Saturday. If you haven't been there, I encourage you to try it. I can attend Rebecca and Mickey's Crystal Bowl meditations to nurture my spiritual nature and interact with others who are on the spiritual path. There's Unity movie nights. That gives us an opportunity to watch a movie and then discuss the lessons in the movie with people that are like-minded. The men's group, the ladies' luncheon, the Sunday morning book study, a course in miracles, a course in love, the Sunday prayer circle, the drumming circle, various classes and other activities that are offered here at our spiritual home help us create a foundation to live our personal mission. It all begins by being aware of what we value so that we can choose situations and activities in our life to support those values. There was a time when I would have thought I had to participate in all of these activities so I didn't disappoint somebody. Well, maybe not the ladies' luncheon. But I've learned that need to try to please people comes from my ego, and I can get past that. So being aware of that, I can make a different choice. Now I can decide if an activity supports my mission and make a conscious choice on what I'm going to participate in, both here at Unity and in the wider community. The third A is alert. Living intentionally does not mean being more productive. We're not just doing things for the sake of doing things, but being purposeful, mindful, conscious about what we're doing. It's important to be alert also so that we don't allow things to sabotage us from achieving our mission. What might sabotage you from achieving your mission? Well, think about how you spend your time. There was a study done that showed that the average person, now is anybody here average? The average person spends 2.75 hours watching TV and 15.1 hours on their phone a day, scrolling, playing games, talking. Now, I don't want to argue with anybody about how you might or may not be average or how these statistics fit toward your life, but the point is really what time wasters are consuming your time. To be alert to that so that you can make a different choice. Do you ever get caught in Facebook land and hours later think, oh my God, I need to get busy? Do you get lost scrolling on your phone or watching TV or shopping? Are you wasting time in ways that you could be living a more intentional life? Does how you spend your time really support you in achieving your mission? That's something you can reflect on. Remember, your mission are the concrete steps that you take to achieve your purpose, your why are you here question. Now, I can't tell you what your mission should be. That has to come from within you. But what are you passionate about? What actions do you feel called to do that will support your mission? I had a good friend who was very clear on her mission. Anytime we would be together, it seemed like at some point during the conversation, she would look at me and get this smile on her face and say, you know what my mission is. And then she would take off on this tirade of telling me her mission. It was a whole paragraph that she had. She knew it and she said it. She said it all the time. In fact, she said it out loud to herself every morning of her life. And she said it multiple times during most days whenever she'd find somebody that would listen to her. Now, I've learned a lot from that. She has passed away, and I wanted to be able to call her and say, Mary, what is your mission again? But you see, with her reciting this all the time, she kept it in front and center of her mind. And so every decision she made in her life really reflected back on, is this supporting my mission? Is this something I want to do? So these 3 A's of intentional living are integral to my life. Being awake to make conscious choices and mindful decisions. Being aware of my values to make sure my activities are supporting those values. And being alert to where I'm spending my time so the activities and actions I do help me to be who I came here to be. I mentioned the handout, and they are in the back for you to take if you want to reflect on that. It'll help you with your homework this week. Yes, I'm giving you homework. But it also has this beautiful graphic up here that I decided once I looked at this, I'm going to cut this off. And this is what some people would say suitable for framing. I can put this on my altar at home and have it in front of me. It says, live every day with intention. And that's our theme for this year. So your homework this week is to spend some time in the quiet, reflecting on your personal mission, the action steps that will help you fulfill your purpose. I want to leave you with a final story to show you that whatever we do, it is important. There was a woman named Haley who attended a spiritual conference, and when it was over, she offered a gentleman that she had met at the conference a ride to the airport. His name was Ethan. So as they drove along, Haley asked Ethan where he worked, and he told her about the community faith ministry in the Midwest, and the name of it, and where he worked there, what he did. Haley said, oh, I know that organization. I have such fond memories of them. You see, I went to a retreat that they offered in Colorado back in the summer of 1984. That's where my whole world changed. She went on to explain that after that retreat, she and her family became involved in faith and service. Her sister had become a humanitarian worker overseas. And Haley herself eventually became director of a large nonprofit that helped fund education and clean water projects throughout the world. So she said, when I think about it, that retreat ended up having worldwide impact. Ethan sat quiet in the passenger's seat. And after what seemed like a long time, he said, I led that retreat. It was my first time ever leading a retreat, and I went home convinced that I had completely failed. I've always believed it's been one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Haley thought about the synchronicity of this moment and the connection the two of them had made. She said, "You know, this conversation is a powerful reminder. Our efforts matter more than we realize. We may spend our lives doing things that don't look successful on the surface, but God knows the full story. Our job is just to show up." So I ask you, are you showing up to life? Are you awake, aware, and alert? So you're living the life that you want to live? As we move into this year of exploring intentional living, I pray that you will be awake, aware, and alert in all that you do. And I hope this year brings you amazing connections in this spiritual community, knowing that everything we do with great intention does make a difference. Your job is to show up and live your mission each day. Namaste.
I figured out that when I see my name up there, it's time to jump up here and play music.
Because you're alert.
So, thank you so much for that message. I needed to hear that. Part of my mission on this planet is to heal myself through music and hopefully heal others in the process. And so I'm going to play a song that I wrote for me, sorry. After many sleepless nights worrying about the state of our country and just feeling full of fear, and you know how you wake up and it's like 4, it's not quite late enough to get up, but you can't go back to sleep, and you're like, what am I going to do, you know? Sometimes I do the dishes, but this particular morning I just got up and wrote this song, and so I've played it off and on at different community gatherings since then, and I hope that, I don't know, I hope that it helps you, because it helped me. It's called I'm Not Going Down. They try to take our rights. They try to steal our names. They try to dim our light. They try to weaken our will to fight. But I'm not going down without a fight. I will not lose my faith in what I know is right. I speak the truth no matter what they say, 'cause I'm not going down. I'm not going down. They try to rule with fear and hope will hide inside the shadow world of our devices, the telepathic lies.
rise. I'm not going down. 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 I'm not going down.
Well, holy cow, that was pretty awesome. Thank you, Kathleen. Man, that was awesome. And thank you, Rick. Look at the beautiful altar that he produced for us here. Thank you so much. Along with the talk, I took notes. I keep looking at them all during the week. So thank you so much, Rick. Now we're going to take our offering in our hand and say the blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. Thank you, God.
We are so very blessed and so grateful for all of this abundance the givers have shared with us and the community today. And we see it going out and doing beautiful, wonderful, loving things. And so it is.
Every week, we thank you very much for your offerings. It really keeps our mission going, and it keeps us together. So thank you very much for that to start with. And now the exciting announcements for today. First, right after church, we're going to have Energy Works Reiki over to the side there with Val. And then after that, we're having a Who Did You Come Here to Be? Who have you come here to be today after the service meeting? That'll be back in the classroom. Oh, it's going to be right here? Oh, okay. It'll be out here, sorry. So there's lots going on. And then this week starts, it's the third Wednesday, so it is the beginning of Rebecca Girasitano's class, A Search for God, a class with Edgar Casey. It's a study group that'll be on Zoom only, right? Okay, and if you'd like to email Rebecca, her email address is in the weekly newsletter. Is it on the website as well? Probably. Let's hope so. And you can get the Zoom link that way. Is that right? Okay. And also, let's see, this week is also the third Wednesday. The Wednesday night is the Lost Years of Jesus class with Valerie, and that is on Zoom and in person at 7 o'clock. I believe that one is 7 p.m. and the other one with Rebecca is 6:30. I hope you're keeping track of all this. If you take notes, you better take notes because it's all online on the email anyway. And let's see, game night, as Rick said, is this coming Saturday night at 6:30 right here. Bring your own games and a snack if you'd like to share, and that's really fun. And just looking ahead, strategic planning meeting is January 31st, 10 to 4. Want to get that on your calendars now so that you can come and join us and talk about what your vision is for our church in the coming year. And also, if you are interested, if you're a member and you're interested in serving on the Unity of East Louisville Board of Trustees, we're having our annual meeting in March, and we need, how many people do we need this year? 3 people. So we need some volunteers to do that. I mean, if you're interested, Rebecca Durasitano and Bruce, where's Bruce? Is he here? Right there. If you can contact either one of them, I don't know if you saw their hands, but contact one of them if you're interested at all. They'll give you more information about what it means to be on the board. And don't be afraid of the board. It's really fun. It doesn't take your whole entire life away from you, and you meet nice people, and you get to make decisions for the church. So appreciate that if you would like to do that. And now we are going to say the prayer of protection together if you'd like to stand. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now we'll sing the peace song.
Now there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Now there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Peace has begun with me, and this is the